consansi. Ven wa we are watching go. For vini consansi. Ven siganse chenglendo. For vini consansi. Ven wa we are watching go. For vini consansi.
Yeah, I'll sing some. If you know say you be proud of your beginning, make it the shine your light. Just follow me, follow me, shine your light. Le bangbo le wa, bibinyo tenya tentitia, bibinyo tenya tentitia. Come any pan this one again. I be proud, my milky girl, yeah. I'm proud of who I am, yeah. Say pap one two, yeah. Bafu samo, yeah. Bangante bangjung, yeah. Denja asinta asindo,
yeah. Can't man for me, I will like one. Vedro one goes away. We proud of who we are. Versi tutin tutinay, versi tafsin tatinay. Vedro one goes away. We proud of who.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Well, it is another weekly or bi-weekly edition, another Saturday. And today we're going to be focusing on someone very inspirational. She's been on the show before about 2 years ago. If you're just joining us, this is I Am Cameroon, Je suis le Cameroon, and we're here on a bi-weekly basis. So we talk about everything development, and we try to shine light on some projects that are being carried out in Cameroon. Speaking of projects, last or 2 weeks ago, we went over the grant or the outreach for the Bamenda fire, the Bamenda market fire victims. We saw the mayors, we spoke with our correspondents on the ground. It was amazing. But to be sure that you are following up with everything or keeping up with everything that we do, basically, sign up on Facebook. We're on Facebook, I Am Cameroon. On YouTube, it is Je suis le Cameroon, I Am Cameroon. And as a matter of fact, we should be streaming right about now, or maybe in a couple of minutes, okay? And if you want to be part of the movement, go to www.iamcameroon.org. Okay, now let's recap a little. Today, we're going to be focusing on impact, okay? What is your impact in your society? As a Cameroonian, what are you doing? Are you just sitting and making observations, or are you actively trying to do something? But before we cross on to our recap, I'm going to briefly introduce our guest this morning. She is such an inspirational person. Her name is Awah Francisca Mbuli. She is a survivor of sex and labor trafficking, and she was, get this, almost a victim of organ trafficking as well. She's a survivor indeed. Hello, Francisca. Thank you so much for joining. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much. And apologies for the informal setting. I'm rushing away from the farm setting where there is no internet to a little village that is a little bit upgraded that has internet. So you just have to manage with it.
No, you sound perfect. 10 on 10, I can hear you. And I can see you clearly too. So that is wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, Francisca Mbuli, I'm gonna toot your horn. I hope you don't mind, okay? So
yeah, I don't mind.
You have received several awards, okay? You have received recognition in so many things. African Dream Achievers Award, World Power Story Award. I mean, there's a host of things. I lined them up on my screen. I have to read them. So you have received awards from the Obama Africa Leader Program in the class of 2018, and you received award in Trafficking in Persons Heroes Award in 2018. So I am so excited to be speaking with you this morning. And just to also mention, you've been on the show, and we're gonna get into how has life been since you were on the show. So quickly, for those that don't know about you yet, can you just introduce yourself to us briefly?
Hello, everyone. Good evening from Cameroon. actually from a remote village along the Betua Belabo Highway in the East region of Cameroon. I'm speaking right away from. I am Awah Francisca Mbuli. I'm a survivor of sex and labor trafficking. And during my ordeal, I almost sold my kidney to raise some funds to rescue myself to come back home. And miraculously, I returned back home without selling my kidney. And then I thought it wise that I need to make my community know about what human trafficking is, not only by those who are traveling abroad, specifically to the Middle East, but also we live with human trafficking in our homes, in our communities, but we don't know. So in that motive, I decided with other survivors that were first rescued during 2016 from a Middle Eastern country, we formed or created Survivors Network SN Cameroon / Africa, because though we are community-based, but we work across sub-Saharan African countries in Ghana, Nigeria, and Senegal. And presently we work even over the continent because I've been co-founding a lot of initiatives. So like, for example, the Survivors Leadership Academy, to train other survivors to come on board, to speak out, to be inclusive and fully engaged in this fight, because I want everybody to lead. I want everybody to be heard. Francisca, no. Survivors should stand and take leadership positions. Not only because we are survivors, we are there to share our stories, but also because we are survivors, we want to make policies that will favor us. And we that are firsthand live the experience, we need to be on that table to change those policies, laws, rules, everything that the country needs to govern its laws against human trafficking. So I also co-founded the African Survivors Coalition, which has brought on board 54 African countries to be on the lead for the fight to combat human trafficking. Thank you. That's all for now. I think more will come as you go ahead.
That is impressive. Oh my gosh. I am so incredibly proud of all the work that you have been able to do. And we're gonna get back to what has life been, since you came onto I Am Cameroon. But for now, in case you were not able to see the show 2 weeks ago, Francisca, we there was an outreach for victims of the Bamenda Market fire. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful event, and we saw a significant impact in this women's life. So we're going to discuss how important is it to do your own a little bit of the to do your own little bit of contribution to society and to Cameroon in particular. So whenever we're ready, Pedro, can we roll out the video and then we'll come back and chat a lot more with Francisca? Welcome back. Welcome back. If you're just joining, you have not missed much, but stay tuned because the conversation is going to get a lot more amazing. So here on I Am Cameroon, we share incredible stories. We shine light on transformation, on transformational stories, on inspiring stories, because we love to engage and educate our fellow Cameroonians that we cannot wait for the change to come and just we can't sit and wait and fold our hands, right? We need to be part of that change. So, Francisco, before we continue, I have a little game for you. Are you interested to play?
Yes, I'm interested. Failure is
Awesome.
accepted, victory is celebrated.
Yes. Speaking of victory, you did get an I Am Cameroon award, but we're gonna get to that part. So with the game this morning, I'm gonna ask you about two different types of foods. Okay. Cameroon is the culinary experience in Cameroon is superb. So our food is amazing. I don't want to brag too much, but I think we have the best food in Africa. Dare I say. No, no offense, of course. So we have Achu and Aero. Which one do you choose?
Ay, do you know me before? Seriously, this is from my heart. It seems as if somebody close to me knows you.
You know, every
I
Cameroonian loves this meal.
seriously, I will not be biased. I'm from Mancon, but my maternal relationship, my mother is from Mancon, but
Mm.
I will choose Eru today, tomorrow, after tomorrow, and next week.
Good choice. Good choice. I would choose Aero too. Fun fact, I actually just had Aero
And not
last
only
night.
that, I can cook Eru, green Eru, the Bayangi Eru.
No
I'm,
way. You have
I'm
to invite me
hungry, please.
sometime.
I'm hungry.
You have to invite me sometime when I'm in Cameroon so I can, taste this your famous Aero. I need to try it. But yes, great choice
I
because I
will.
would have chosen Aero too. So, Francisca, how's life been since you came on I Am Cameroon? We had a very detailed life, a transformational session with you. I was on that call and your story really moved me and it shined a light on the plight of human trafficking, especially from our underdeveloped countries where people go out to these other places thinking that they're going for greener pastures and then they go there and see something different altogether. So since you were here with us and you got an I Am Cameroon award, how has life been?
Life has been so great. First of all, I will start by apologizing. The day I had that call, that was between 15 to the 17th of January 2021. We were on a women retreat to Kwaptamu in the West region in Fumbot for a vacation there in one of the Pepenum, the domain. We were coming back and the women were so noisy in the car. So I was really like, this was not going through.
Mhm.
Aside that, the other thing, the day I received my award was in January 2022, where I was lying on a hospital bed to be. I was just coming from the theater with my award with the theater green dress. So it's been impacting actually. My
Mhm.
visibility have really improved, and I will not lie. Apologies, I didn't get back to Sir Obenson, but I received some cash donations because at that time, one of the great projects we were running was a shelter slash safe home, both long term and short term in Kumba. And during those times, at the time that the crisis was so heat, we had a lot of young girls from the suburb around Kumba that were running to us for safety. Even the government owned agency, the social affairs, was using a safe home to keep many of the women that came to them at that time with no way of a shelter. So after that
Mhm.
show, a lot of people knew about our services and they were coming in, and we were so happy that if you want to put it, we ran it for 2 years, 2021, 2022. We were just for women and young girls, but we ended up, it will be very biased for us to get a young girl with maybe two kids, toddlers, and there is no way, and then say that we want to get only the young lady that have run away from some abuses and then let go of the children. So we had children, we had young mothers, and then fortunately for us, we had a grant. So it was being run alongside a small scale multi-purpose vocational training center. We had dressmaking, beads, accessories made out of beads. We had the atogo. We had services or vocational skills that even in 1 month, if you are sharp, we have hairdressing, manicure, and pedicure. If you are a sharp little girl, you can pick even the atogo designing for a month, and you go out there, you can sustain yourself by maybe getting fabrics from people and doing it even from your home to earn a living. So we had over 200 ladies pass through that program, and then babies within, like, we had over 45 babies that came with their mothers that we couldn't send them away. And then we had a birth of 8 children, and then with a set of twins. At that moment, Doctors Without Border was still in the Southwest region, and they helped us a lot because we didn't have any services for health. Notwithstanding, also during that year, we also had a grant from the US Embassy that was to touch 4 regions in Cameroon: the Southwest region, the North, the East region, and I think I forgot one of the region too much on my head. So that was a ground opening for us, because when we came to the East region, we had 50 women IDPs, and we learned that there is more to do here. So we went back, we continued doing our work in Kumba, and at that time we had a grant on agriculture because I'm very innovative. People might reach out to me that survivors know what is happening. We are doing a lot. Just that on our social media handles, we've not really been posting a lot, because for me, I've been talking with my team that maybe you will post, or agriculture is not something you need to show the land. We want our crops, when we have finalized one set of what we are doing, then we can start documenting, we can start showcasing the documentaries from where and when we started. So at that moment, we had a donor, a personal donor from New York, because unfortunately I have been to school in New York, which I have a close relationship and good relationship with the proprietor of where I did my studies. So he always supports our programs. So we told him about producing cassava, getting women to work on the farms, then processing it to gari and selling to return back to 8 other departments of our activities, such as we want it to be as an in-source funding to activities when there is no fund or when we are not really successful with grants. So actually, we were to do that program in Kumba. We were about to purchase a hectare of land. But when I came here for the project sponsored by the US Embassy, I realized that the amount of money we want to get 1 hectare can get us, I don't want to say it, can get us a whole lot. I talked to my top team. I relayed back to the donor from the US, proposed to him, also added the security measure, because they will always love to visit the project site, which Southwest, we all know, is somehow. So that was how we took that tough decision. I was born in Kumba. I went to school in Kumba, except during my university. So it was really tough for me to leave my comfort zone, but I made it. I made it. I made it in January 2023 to the East region. And I will highlight what the impact since 2023 till now has been. We came here, the people here do their cassava just for couscous, which is, we call it locally in Kumba Kumkum. But here we are initiating them to be selling the cassava to us to process to gari. And notwithstanding, we are looking forward at that now. Many of the local indigenous are going for 2 hectares of cassava because we are there. They already are sure that there is a ready market. We are ready to buy. So it is it is promising for them when they are farming now. It's not only to do the local couscous then with the weather, to struggle to dry it, with the animals passing through. Before it gets dry, you sell some, you consume some, and nothing is even left. So now they are assured. The way that people are cultivating the cassava, it's really progressing. And what we want to do to the local community is to train them on even processing it, not only gari, but also on cassava flour. And we plan that if things work out well, we want to give them seedlings, because we have a good seedlings that we bought from an agricultural cooperative. So we want to give them good seedlings to ensure that their yields are high, so that we have a ready market for our products for processing. But yeah, also not only that, we still do human trafficking work. We've been so much engaged with the refugees. We've visited and worked with refugees from some of the biggest refugees camps here in the East region, in along the Baturi stretch. And we all know that the East region is one of those regions with over 35,000 refugees population from the Central
Yeah.
African Republic and a lot of IDPs. The East region is a region that we never knew that we'll get a lot of people that our work will create impact on. If you want to say impact on what we've done, I think that what we have an economic empowerment center here as well. This one is more developed than what we
It's
had in Kumba,
wonderful.
and
Yeah.
women are they are there for free. It's free, virtually free. Everything, the modeling, manicure and pedicure, everything well
Wow.
structured. Yes, and then notwithstanding, we also have a little grant that at the end of the training, women will be donated each. For the first 20, I don't know, that will be a tough decision. The excellent 20 will have 100,000 francs. If you are for dressmaking, we'll buy you a manual sewing machine for that. If you for manicure and pedicure, we'll buy you the drying machine, the molding gel nail polish and all the like, all the things we need to buy for each, that will be among the 20 that will be selected, which is a tough decision because we have over 35 for now. So, and all of
Okay.
them are those who have been there since the start of January and they are doing well. So we've created a lot of impact. We are still putting a report for last year together because we are really late with it because of too much things at hand. We've been battling with a lot of technical issues like getting a new set up a three-phase transformer for the processing factory has not been easy. That's why I'm really a shadow of
Ah,
myself
in
of
you.
all the social media. It's not been easy. So those are some of the programs we are handling. And we also have for male, we have a carpentry workshop that we are setting. This project was sponsored, though little, by a UN agency that fights against human trafficking, 25,000 USD. It had to touch both male
Good.
and female. So we are setting up a carpentry workshop for free for male because there's a whole lot of male population that
Yeah.
it's really difficult for them to do something. So we have the other section, the manicure, the tailoring, the crocheting, that's for the baby wears, and then the beauty section, which is really huge for
Yeah.
women, and then the carpentry for men. So those are some
That
of the
is
things we have been
wonderful.
doing, if I
That
can
is
highlight it.
wonderful. I see Bambon, our president, giving you a standing ovation there. Everyone is
Thank you.
clapping for you right now. You,
Thank you
this
so
is the
much.
real definition. In my time, this is girl boss. You are girl bossing so hard right now. Girl power. This is amazing. I am short for words. And speaking of being impactful, I don't know. There are no words to quantify the things that you do out here for the girl child, for women and for men, which is my favorite thing that I've heard because um, we cannot negate the fact that men also go through abuse. Men also go through human trafficking, organ trafficking, and a lot of things. So it is amazing that you also have this program set up for men as well to prepare them, to arm them with all the necessary resources they need to go into the world and fend for themselves. Thank you so much, Francisca. This is
You're
impact.
welcome.
Number one, I says this is impact. So we are 5 minutes. We have 5 more minutes to the end of the show. So real quick, in just a few words, Francisca, if someone's watching you this morning or evening and they want to help out your program, they want to assist you in any type of way, how can they reach out to you?
Actually, you can reach out to me through my email or my WhatsApp number. My contact is out there. My email, my WhatsApp
Okay.
is so preferable. Yeah.
Okay, so what we will do is right now we are sharing this live stream on Facebook, and at the end of this live stream, we're going to add your contact. If you're okay with that, we'll add your contact, your WhatsApp
Yeah.
contact or your Facebook handle where people can reach out to you. And I am so proud of you, Francisca. This is
Thank
amazing.
you.
And I love the fact that you are shining light on all the refugees in the East region from the Central African Republic. That is something that is not talked of a lot in the English or the Anglophone zone of Cameroon. But those people, they're getting it hard out there. Thank you
Yeah,
so
and
much.
also the IDPs. The IDPs are a lot here. We don't know that some people ran away and came here from the northwest and the southwest, as well as IDPs from the Boko Haram insurgency from the far north
Mhm.
and the north. They are here. They are
So
here.
it's a lot of things happening. It's a lot of people out there that need help. And you can also do your own do your own, little impactful exercises as a Cameroonian, okay? You can help the lady down the street. If you see someone going through domestic violence or you suspect human trafficking or organ trafficking, pipeline, make sure you report it to the next available police station
Yeah.
or the next available authority that you can find. So thank you so much, Francisca, on having you on. It
Thank you
was a
so much, Sarah.
wonderful session. I have one last question for you before we pass it on to Phil to close the show for us.
I'm ready
I
for
am putting you on
you.
the spot.
No
Okay,
worries.
so now we're gonna move into music. Okay, Cameroon is known for a different genre of music. We have
Music.
more than five of them. The beautiful. So we're gonna focus in the famous Makossa today. Bendeka or Petit Pays?
Bendeka.
You're a classic. uh, I know that is a difficult choice. I wouldn't know what to choose because I love both of the music. Thank you so much, Francisco, for joining us today. It was
You're
amazing
welcome.
talking to you. All
Thank you
right.
so much for having me on your show. I
It's
feel
always a
so
pleasure.
honored.
It's always a
Thank you.
pleasure. So I'm going to pass it out to Phil. Before I do, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Facebook page, I Am Cameroon. Follow us on there. On Instagram is at I Am Cameroon. And you can also check out our website to see what we're up to, events and everything in between, www.iamcameroon.org. Thanks everybody for joining. I am Seraphine, and I will see you in the next couple of weeks. And Phil will be closing for us. Bye, everybody. Phil?
Hello, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sally. Excellent job as always. Just brilliant. Moments like this make us sit back. It's easy to ask, why am I doing this? Why do we keep doing this every time, right? So when you hear this kind of stories from Francisca Mbuli, when you sit and look at someone who had been a part of us back in 2021 when we reached out to her and she came on our show and see where she is today, that's impact, right? Those are the things that make us every day at I Am Cameroon to keep pushing. Those are the moments when people like this come back and show a report for where they are today. And thanks to the platform, thanks to the opportunity, a lady who almost sold her kidney just to get freedom. Today, she stands at the pinnacle of greatness. In the interiors where most people would never go, she's changing lives. She's been recognized across the board. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me if you hear a story like this, if you watch a show like this, how are you not moved? And for those who are so much like Francisca, I bet you there are many of you like her. Similar story. I Am Cameroon is for you. Come, join us. Tell your story. Let's put you out there. Let's open the floodgates because through you, many lives will be transformed. Thank you, Francisca Mbuli, for answering the call, for standing in the gap, and for continuing to changing all those lives. Look at all the things you're doing. We are grateful to have played our little part. Everybody who is sitting, please, when I am Cameroon, we are changing lives and making an impact one step at a time. Thank you, everybody. I wish you all a great weekend and see you again on our next show in 2 weeks. Thank you very much.